You are listening to Non-Player Chaos.
Good evening, Duskvol. You're listening to the Gilded Hour, where the secrets of our city come to light. I am Calavrelnor, speaking to you as ever from Brightstone, though tonight my gaze turns once more to Charter Hall, where the echoes of a jailbreak still linger in the fog. You have heard the story by now. A daring escape, guards left dead, walls found shattered, and prisoners vanished into the night. The blue coats would have you believe it was nothing, an unfortunate lapse in security, an isolated event soon corrected. But those who know this city understand the truth. Nothing in Duskvol happens in isolation, and among those who fled was a figure of great interest, a stranger, one who neither fought nor spoke, yet whose capture was marked by strange happenings. Lights failing, walls groaning, and whispers of unseen forces at work. Who were they? Why were they taken? The Bluecoats, and perhaps others, would prefer we never learn the answer. But someone does. Somewhere in the depths of this city, someone knows why the stranger was behind bars, and why certain hands moved so quickly to put them there. The escape has left the city uneasy. The immortal Emperor's enforcers do not tolerate disorder, and in their panic they have tightened the leash. We have seen the results already. More patrols, more arrests, eyes floating and silent, watching from above, watching for those who might dare to repeat what has already been done. And yet, even as the Empire flexes its grip, there are those who do not cower, those who see an opening in the very act of repression. Because, dear listeners, the Bluecoats are afraid, and fear leads to overreach. That is why tonight, even as I speak these words, another play is being made. You will not read of it in the broadsheets. You will not hear the Bluecoats announce it, but it is happening all the same. A shipment, one meant to reinforce the walls of Charter Hall, to fortify its cells and arm its jailers, is being stolen. And the thieves? The ones who dare to strike back against the order of things. They call themselves the Ember Pact. Yes, the Ember Pact. A name still new to some, but known to those who understand the undercurrents of this city. They are not mere cut-purses or smugglers. No, they are something more. They move with intent, with purpose. And tonight, that purpose is simple: to take what was meant to bind, and decide for themselves how it shall be used. So now we must ask, what becomes of this stolen prize? The shipment contains more than steel and sigils. It is a message, a declaration of power. The Bluecoats meant to wield it to lock down the city, to remind us all that control is theirs to take. But what happens when that control slips? Do the Ember Pact sell it? Weapons and bindings fetch a high price in Duskvol's black markets. There are always buyers, smugglers, radicals, those who would rather arm themselves than kneel. A fortune could be made, and fortune brings power of its own. Or will they turn it against its makers? There are other doors yet to be opened, other chains yet to be broken. Charter Hall was just one small jail. How many others still stand? How many still wait in the dark, hoping for freedom that will never come? What if instead of selling the tools of their captors, the Ember Pact used them to shatter more locks, break more walls? What if tonight's heist is only the beginning? And then there is the third possibility, the most dangerous of all. What if they take this prize and simply erase it? What if instead of repurposing it, they unmake it entirely? Scatter it, break it, render it useless? The Bluecoats and their masters believe themselves untouchable, their grip unbreakable.
But nothing terrifies them more than knowing that the weapons they forge, the tools they craft to keep us contained can simply disappear. That no matter how many chains they make, there will always be hands ready to turn them to rust. One thing is certain, dear listeners. Whatever the Ember Pact chooses, it will not go unnoticed. The city watches. The factions that move in the dark are listening. The Spark Runners, already restless, have their own games in motion. The Ink Rakes, ever hungry for scandal, will no doubt dig their quills into this tale. And there are others, those who do not show their faces, those who do not call their agents by name, who are waiting to see whether the pact is just another spark in the night, or a fire that cannot be put out. Duskvol is waiting, watching. The Empire believes itself untouchable, a monolith towering above us all. But embers catch, dear listeners, and from embers, fire spreads. Until next time, Duskvol, keep your lamps close and your secrets closer.
What special ability helps keep the Ember Pact out of trouble? Do they have special means to conceal their product? Do they have friends inside the Iron Hook prison when they do run into trouble? Are the thugs in their employ highly trained, or is their lair hidden from rivals and authorities? Vote now in the show notes or in the Discord channel.